Hey, collective. Okay, guys, just finished one of the readings, and I think I'm going to put another one out real quick. I thought maybe we would play with some of the older decks, or should we do love? Maybe we'll do just love. Let's do love. Maybe I'll do like an all signs love reading, just see what comes up, because these other readings are getting getting out of hand. And although I do strongly suspect that love is involved, yeah, I need a break. I need a break. Okay, let's see. Let's start with a love reading then. Maybe I'll start with a general. And then we can go into the full. Oh, 11:11 on the clock. Beautiful. Just starting at 11:11 p.m. Hope you guys are doing really well. Hope you have had a fantastic week. It has literally been storming here in the Panhandle all week because we had some kind of tropical storm. Although I think I heard on like Tuesday that it wasn't going to land here. It wasn't going to fully develop into a hurricane, but the wind was so harsh that we couldn't even hardly go out. It's crazy. Well, not hardly. We couldn't go out. We got there and couldn't even go out. It was that bad. And they were giving out tickets too on the beach because people were getting in too close. Just craziness. Crazy over here. All right, Spirit, we're going to get some initial messages tonight for the collective regarding love. What do you want them to know? All right. All right, so somebody could be coming across very cold and detached at this time. All right, maybe it's regarding some kind of union. Oh, yeah. So this is a person coming across cold and detached, but what they're really thinking about, it looks like, is some kind of union coming together. This is somebody who, look at that. Wow. Hang on one second. These cards are flying out. Okay. Reunion, so this could be somebody who either you're having an initial union with or some kind of reunion with. This is somebody that you could have a soul tie with. This whatever this is, it's going to require somebody to make some kind of change, it looks like. So it's going to require courage, basically. And they're going to have to let go of some kind of control, okay? Maybe some kind of control tactics that they were trying to use before in a particular situation. Maybe they have a controlling nature that they're going to have to ease up on. Yeah, this person is isolating at this time and very, very heavily in their thoughts. Look at this, letting go of ego. Okay, so this is a very controlling person, apparently, who has lended, it looks like, a lot of credence to their ego at some point. Okay, they're having to give that up at this point. Very prideful individual. But I think they want to have some kind of union or reunion, it looks like here. They want to integrate with someone here. This is interesting because I feel with this card coming out initially with detachment and cold that maybe, do you know this? Maybe you don't know this person actually wants some kind of union here. They do need to make some changes though. Let's keep going. And it looks like, I mean, look at this. The cards that come out in reverse are the ones you want to see in reverse, right? Control tactics and ego. So maybe they are making those. Yeah, look, this is somebody that could be longing for you during the course of some kind of separation here. Could be a Leo, Aries, Sag, or you could be one of the fire signs. Present, yeah. This person, wow. It's okay. So is this what's been holding this person back? Let me look at these cards. What are they coming out? These, yeah, look at this. This person is ready to speak here because they don't feel like their life is going too well here. Now, here's the deal. I don't think they're feeling too good about this for some reason here. And I say that because this is not a person who feels abundant, okay? They may be a person that feels like life is happening to them, not for them, you know? So in essence, they may feel, I feel like this might be someone who's a little bit detached anyway. So I don't know if you're dealing with some kind of King of Swords kind of energy, King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy here. And I'm talking about in the way that they can come across a bit unemotional, you know, that's kind of what I'm getting here. They do have regret though. I feel like this person here has repressed a lot and they don't want to do that. See, they're just not optimistic, and I don't really know why. They don't seem, it's almost like this is what I want, I know what I have to do, but I don't think it would do any good. I don't think I could have a rebirth. I don't think they're going to give me an opportunity to even speak about what happened here. I'm not feeling very abundant. So this person might actually be at a low point, honestly. Maybe they have something going on in their life that's kind of put them at a bit of a low point here. Yeah, but look at this. I think they're definitely thinking, they're in their thoughts a lot in regards to communications. They want to communicate, they want to send a message, but they're afraid that you're going to reject them. And they're just going to end up losing out. You notice how sometimes people will just avoid a whole situation because at least that way it's not really over, right? Because it hasn't been said or it hasn't been whatever, you know. I kind of feel a situation like that. This person is accustomed to more toxicity here. They may understand that they have a lot of changes that need to be made if they're going to be in your life in any way. Okay, they're going to have to release a lot of these toxic patterns. I kind of feel like this person is a bit of a dark horse, to be honest with you. I don't know if they... Yeah, I definitely feel... Yeah, this person definitely has some darkness to them. So I don't know if they're in... Maybe it's just the way that they think. Maybe it's their patterning. It could be things that they're doing, even addiction, something like that. There's a, okay, I don't know why this is coming through. There's an abusive nature about them, and maybe that's abusive to themselves, and when I say abusive to themselves, some people just overthink to death. They blame themselves for everything. They can't even get out of, you know, it prohibits growth so much, and people just don't understand that. You can be accountable without doing all of that. Somebody knows they have to make some massive changes here before any kind of love offer can be extended. There's something around them is what I'm feeling that's making them feel bound, or they feel like it's a very difficult for them to let go. It's a nature, right? It's kind of it's what they've been for so long. They feel... It's almost like this is who I am. I could see this person really apologizing and, you know, wanting to do better and trying to do better. And then in the next breath being like, well, this is who I am, you know, take it or leave it. It's that sort of thing. So maybe that's why this card here is turned over or in reverse, because it is talking about somebody who is finally letting go of the ego and pride. And honestly, that could have been a hindrance perhaps in the past. Somebody here has been watching you, spying on you, maybe inspecting you in some way here. They can see that you've got some kind of new start here where you've been very abundant. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in the mix. Look, you don't have any doubts about where you're going, the direction that you're going in as far as they can see here. That's Pluto transformation. This person can see, if that was upright, that would be a very uncomfortable transformation, but they see that you have went through some kind of transformation here and been able to do well. Okay, that's why you are so confident. That's why you're not in this lack mentality. That's not why you're sitting on a lot of doubts, okay, about you, about your future. You've been able to manifest quite a bit here. Your life is in harmony, okay, and out of whatever kind of conflict that it was in before. And look at this, though. This person does not think, because you are in such a good standing here, I think that this person does not think that you would be willing to accept any kind of apology that they have for you. So basically you have went through some kind of adjustment here. You've went through some kind of transformation quite clearly here. You're not sitting in toxic energy. You may have averted a whole tower altogether here with this Pluto transformation. It would show me that you've changed, but it wasn't like the harshest of changes. Like this person really feels like they're bound in some way here to some level of toxicity here. You could have done a lot of inner child healing as well here. Maybe this person is saying they don't feel like you would forgive them because they haven't been able to work on their own inner child, and it's showing, you know. But ultimately, I think that you have obtained some kind of wish fulfillment here. No, this is talking about you. You've been working on your inner child. You've been going through some kind of transformation or dealing with your own childhood wounds, your inner healing here. This is why they feel kind of left out. This is why they're feeling kind of down in the dumps, because it's almost like either time has passed or too much has been done, and maybe both, okay, in a situation where they don't feel like, because you have been able to obtain so much for yourself, they don't feel like they're going to be able to turn things back, or that you would even, yeah, that you would even give them any kind of forgiveness. You know, the crazy thing is I feel almost like this person is beat down a little bit. So I don't know. Let's continue on and just kind of see what is happening here, so I get a better understanding of what's happening with them. Actually, maybe I will start with you. Let me see what is going on with you, because there's clearly been a lot of changes here that they're looking at. And for some reason, they don't feel like they are up to par almost with what you need, or if they're going to be able to be what you need. Honestly, I feel pretty sick about this. I'm not going to lie, because even if this person was terrible, I mean, for me, because I feel so much in terms of emotions, I feel someone who's very down on themselves, and that's hard for me. I also feel someone who's quite sad. I feel very emotional at the moment, like I could cry. Yeah. So it could be either that. Yeah, so you've discovered your way here. You understand that you're in the world, okay? You're not of the world. And that's a very, very important thing to discover, right? You understand that you're much bigger than this, right? You're connected to all things. And this doesn't define you. Whatever happened here doesn't define you. Your things do not define you, okay? How other people perceive you does not define you, all right? You're a part of this. This is not your whole world, right? Yeah, so you're listening a lot to spirit here. It says that you're listening for truth. You're paying attention to, you know, what is subtle. You could be listening very heavily to your intuition. You could be communing a lot with God, with spirit. Look at this. Release the dark wound and let love live. You're filled with love. You're probably coming out a lot lighter than you have been. I mean, we've seen that. You've been able to overcome all of this, okay? Any of the wounds, any of the dark wounds that could have been holding you down before, which could have been also impacting your heart chakra before, and your ability to really kind of open up and let yourself even be softer with people, okay? You could have been very guarded before as well. Somebody has watched you transition, okay, and change throughout all of that. So you're not the same person before. So if you would fight with people before, you're not doing that. Or if you would let people walk over you before, you're not doing that, you know? If you were a person that put in way more than the other one before, you don't do that anymore. You don't do that anymore simply because you've dealt with the wounds, you know? Let love live is about allowing things to come alive within you, right? And being willing to kind of show that to people, being softer, being more accepting, feeling like everything is not a battle, right? And it shows in you is what I'm feeling. There's like a happiness, there's a joy, there may even be kind of a glow, right? Because we do glow from the inside out. And once we begin to clean those things out, obviously it's going to happen. So this is what they're seeing. That's what I was wondering, what exactly they were seeing. There's something about you that they've watched, and there's something that's really attractive, is what I'm feeling here, to another individual. It's almost like you've taken control of your life. You've taken control of your path. And I don't even see irritation here. I don't see, sometimes I'll see that. Sometimes I'll see where people are just mad about it. I think actually in the last reading, somebody really wasn't liking that. But in this reading, I feel like someone is saddened about it because maybe you have grown at such a fast pace and they have not been able to do that, or they feel like they haven't been able to do whatever, to let go of the toxicity and make the same gains that you have. And because of that, now you're at two completely opposite ends of the spectrum and they don't know how to catch up, right? Okay, let's keep going. Spirit, who's the collective dealing with in this particular situation? Okay, could be dealing with a Leo. You could be a Leo. Someone here could be a mystic. We have Lilith. Interesting, but this is actually in reverse. Okay, well, I'm going to go here, so get ready. Somebody here could have been in that Lilith energy before, okay? And maybe this was a situation where two people had a fling. Remember what I just said. You could have started off at the same place, and now due to a lot of growth, all right, somebody hasn't been able to keep up with all of your changes for the better here, because you've done your inner child healing. And I'll go into that too. If you're very sexual before, even promiscuous, I'm not saying you were, just take it if it resonates. And I say sexual or promiscuous, okay? Whichever it is, I do believe they're a little different. So whichever it is, obviously that could have changed. Maybe that's why it's coming up here as well. Okay, somebody changed their energy. They've done their inner child wounds or their inner child healing, that sort of thing. So of course, they're not going to continue to treat their body like that, right? All right, so that might be why Lilith is actually coming out in reverse today. Romantic. Okay, so this could be of a romantic nature. Somebody here could be looked at as a goddess, or there could be a goddess looking at someone else here. Scorpio energy could be involved. Somebody here could definitely be an empath. I believe that just with the cards that I've seen here, and also up here very clearly. Somebody's very tapped in, especially emotionally, able to pick up the emotions and the energies of other people. Somebody here could be a bit of a rebel as well, living on the edge, not really wanting to follow rules, guidelines. Whoa, hang on one second. I got a shadow queen, but it's in reverse. Look at this. So somebody here could have been doing some, okay, somebody was definitely in some dark energy before here, but it looks like they're trying to turn that around. We got Shadow Queen and Lilith energy both coming out in reverse. So we could definitely have somebody here that has changed a lot about themselves. A lot about themselves here, okay? They chose a different path, a path of light as opposed to a path of darkness in some way, a path of, you know, living more so in the shadow than in the light. Maybe they were also doing some things, I'm just going to say, that were questionable, okay, in the past, and that's actually changing as well. Somebody's been able to turn their whole life around. Huh, okay, good. We have a Capricorn energy here. Look at that, the Magician in the reverse. So somebody could be trying to manifest this through some kind of Well, there's a couple of things that I see here. Somebody could have been trying to manifest this situation. That's interesting because Shadow Queen, I would normally say that about Shadow Queen, somebody that's trying to manifest through some nefarious efforts here, but that is actually in reverse. I do have someone here that might be trying to manifest with Magician in reverse. They could be trying to manifest using magic or some kind of nefarious means here to get what they want. Okay, maybe that is the toxicity. Maybe that is the toxic patterns that someone has used here. Somebody could be an artist. Somebody can be a nerd, but hot. A hot nerd. We got water signs here. All right, somebody could definitely be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. Someone could also be feeling incredibly emotional at this time over a situation. Somebody who's really, really in tune, I feel like, here with their higher self. This could be a friend, or you could be dealing with a friend in this situation. This could all become, hey, maybe this is what this is about. Maybe you had a good friendship with someone, or you thought it was good. You guys could have been on the same path here. You could have been doing the same things here, okay? And then you began to change, all right? And change all of your ways, get out of that toxicity, not live that way anymore. It could have happened very fast is what I'm getting. And the other person has just kind of watched you evolve while they've kind of stayed in this energy. Good for you if that was you, by the way. This person has admired you, though, from afar. All right. So they've watched you, even if they've come across like they were being cold. It could be a Taurus. You could be a Taurus. Yes, we got a very old soul here. Could be involved. And we have a crone. So we have someone that's very wise. That could be a spiritual leader or someone who people go to for spiritual wisdom, knowledge, something like that. We also have a very old soul here. And then we have someone who's a bit of a wallflower, okay, that just kind of sits out and watches everything, pays attention to everything, people watching, so to speak, right? Maybe they don't get into things too much. We do have a high roller here. We have a Virgo as well as a high roller as well. I think I'm going to go into, give me some more spirit. So this is interesting. So are you telling me that I had two people? This reminds me of addiction, or this, it doesn't have to be addiction. Addiction can cover many things. It doesn't have to be drugs, alcohol. It could be sex. It could be gambling. It could just be two people that are living, obviously not in their highest light. And one begins to change and shift and harmonize with spirit and align, and, you know, and the other one just kind of stays where they are. Somebody is really wanting that connection again. They're wanting to be back in someone else's presence here. Maybe they feel like this person has gained a lot of wisdom, or they are very wise in some way. Maybe they look at this person as a goddess or whatever, you know, wherever you fit in up here. I think your person could have actually been used in some kind of dubious means to try to pull you back in, or to maybe even impact your growth perhaps in some way. I don't know though in this particular case, because I don't see the anger that I've been picking up in the readings, which I'm really, really grateful for. I just see somebody who wanted to be a rebel, you know what I'm saying? What had a lot of ego, wanted to kind of follow their own rules. And maybe they thought, well, you'll be back, you know, and you're not back. You're, you know, obviously you've continued to change. You've continued to evolve here. Incidentally, I feel like the more that you've changed, even though you're a threat in some way, because now this person has to really kind of step up if they want to be in your life, and they're not looking very optimistic about that. You've also become much more enticing or attractive to another person. It's almost like you evolved into this beautiful being and they want to be around you in some way now. Now, they could have been around you before, quite obviously, but they want like you're like the ultimate package or something now. Something about you. All right, let's keep going, Spirit. What else? What can you tell me in terms of this person for the collective, please? Yeah, this person's they're trying to go through a bit of a transformation. They may feel like the situation between you guys cannot be revived either. We kind of talked about that before. I just literally said they're not optimistic, and maybe because they're, like I said, you're at two different ends of the spectrum at this point, or at least in their eyes. They may not see any way to come back. Yeah. You're on some kind of pathway here, and maybe you've been on it. The pathway card here shows me all the transformation with the butterflies, but it also shows me it can indicate 2 years. Maybe you've been on this journey for the last 2 years, kind of nonstop. It could have been more than 2 years, but this is a path heading towards the light. So, well, Spirit. Yeah. And I think they feel... Well, let me see what false person. What is this false person? This person, did they get sidetracked with a false person? Please don't tell me this. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, okay. So here's the deal. Wow. I don't know if this was a work situation or what. Could have been around some kind of work situation. Maybe you knew this person from work in some way. I'm feeling like somebody could have gotten caught up in a situation around their work life that has also kept them kind of in this down energy. Dealing with a false person, most definitely. So it could have gotten them around some kind. So maybe this person is dealing with some kind of legal stuff too. Maybe this is what is making them feel kind of bound here. They could also be ending some kind of situation here to get on a pathway, that's kind of leading to the light after dealing with a false person that maybe they met at work, okay? Maybe they have some kind of legal issues with them. Let me keep going. This could be a main male, or you could be the main male here. Message of concern. Community. Okay. This is a person who hates their job. I'm going to tell you that right now. They may feel like they're stuck or imprisoned in some way here, or we saw bound here to something. You could be at a distance from this person. You could be a mature woman here. Somebody could want to just message you. They see that you're having a lot of great fortune in your life here. Look, though, they could be going through some kind of adjudication here. All right, so there could be something going on. Maybe they work in the courthouse or something like that, or maybe they're going through some kind of legal thing that's surrounding their work situation or something that could have happened here in the community. There was a false person around them. Okay, maybe it was around a marriage. Was this person married? Was this your friend that was married, right? Maybe you guys had some kind of fling or something like that. Family room, journey, you're in their thoughts all the time. Maybe they want to court you, but they feel impoverished mentally, emotionally, spiritually, for sure. I think this person sat back and watched you change, watching you with a lot of concern here. Look at this, though. There's that thief as well here. I think this was the false person. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Bad health. Privileged lady. I think this person got married, or they were married. That might also be why somebody here is so emotional and so feeling like, how did I choose this path, while the collective here decided to kind of, evolve here. I just continued on with the sinister kind of, path that I was on. And because of that, I got caught up with this false person here. And now I'm going through all of this, right? Yeah, and the thing about it is this message of concern. So somebody here could be sick, or they could have been sick. Maybe they've been going, this main male could have been going through some kind of healing here. That was interesting because we did see Magician card as well. All right, I'm not going to dive too much into that anymore because I think we've been seeing kind of it's just been a message that has been resounding, right? We just continue to see in terms of someone trying to do something to stop someone else. I'm going to tell you something. Your person is sick. That's what I feel. I think your person is sick, or they're coming out of some kind of healing and they're realizing kind of the devastation that has been done. Okay, so maybe through their actions, through their choices. Okay, this person could have a lot of attachments on them. Maybe that's also part of the toxicity, the feeling bound. Okay, and that does obviously impede the way that we, the way we think, the way we move, even our decisions. And that's just the truth. I'm telling you, as a person who's been through it, that is the truth. Okay, and it's almost kind of like watching you astounded, like, how did you come out of this and how did you do it so fast, But that was always you. Thing was, that might have been temporary for you. This was always you. You were always the crone. You were always the wise one, the knowledgeable one. You were always the old soul. You were always going to go back to your roots, right? And maybe your whole thing in meeting this person, you could have met them around work too. Maybe your whole thing in meeting this person or being in their life was to also show them the way to come out of that, right? But I don't think they joined you immediately. That's what I'm getting. And now they just kind of watch you in amazement here. Let me get some. I think I would like to get some more cards. So what is going to happen in this situation? Whoa, there's definitely some kind of tower moment that is coming here. I feel like it's happening right now, perhaps in this person's life. Another reason they probably wish that they had gotten away from this other situation. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. This person's trying to move towards an empress here is what it looks like. Or they have an empress on their mind, something like that. This tower moment, this eruption could also be just that moment where they're like, you know what, I got to do this. I got to make a move. I have to make some things happen. It's not going to happen with me sitting here worrying about what's not going to be, something like this. They know where their heart is, it looks like. They know. Actually, let me step back. I don't know if they know where their heart is. I think they know who they should have followed, or they know who they should be, who they want to be attached to in some way. So wherever that fits out, okay, if that's, friendship, if that's love, if it's romance, whatever, I think they would accept whatever at this point. Somebody definitely knowing that it was a destined connection in some way, or at the very least understanding, because they may have limited knowledge, but understanding that this was on purpose, right? This union or this meeting of sorts was fated. It wasn't random. Look at that. Somebody could be seeking some kind of divine guidance on this now, on what to do, on how to get closer to another person here. I don't know, somebody here has found some kind of fame too, or maybe they're trying to move towards somebody who is like famous. Look at that. Man, this person's they've got hidden feelings. So that's what I'm saying. This may also be shocking to you as well. Especially if it's been like a long time. This could be like a long lost friend that you had to leave behind. Look at that. Dag. Look, this person is a trip because I think they're going to bite the bullet here. But you may have locked that door. You may have closed that door and locked the door. Okay. They might feel like this is something impenetrable. Okay. There's a huge blockage here. So either you have done that, or this is like their illusion, right, within their head here. I've got all these hidden feelings here, but you know, there's no way they're going to let me in the door here, because if so, I'm going to have to expose all my secrets, right? Everything that's been going on that they may not know. Yeah, about deception and lies. I'm telling you. Curtain. Conceal, hide behind the scenes. So there's a lot of stuff going on here behind the scenes. If this person was actually using magic towards you, you probably know. I mean, honestly, but maybe they don't know that you know. Although they've watched you, they can see, obviously, the growth that you made. Maybe they don't know how in tune you are. All right? They feel like you're not going to unlock this door, and maybe you won't. Okay? You may not. Okay? They're watching you like a hawk, though. And they want to have some kind of brighter days with you. Wow, I got skull, death, end cycle, and scissors cutting out. I don't think this is going to have a good... I don't know that this is going to have the outcome that they really want here, to be honest with you. Because my guess is if you are this in tune, you already know about this other stuff. And maybe that's the reason why they watch you as well, to see what you know. You know, what do they actually know about what has happened here? I'm going to see that. What does the collective know about what's taking place here? This person that is clearly trying to make an entrance into their life again. What does the collective know? Okay. You may know that somebody here lacks confidence. You may know that they feel inadequate as a result of coming next to you. Wow. You know that somebody, okay. You know that somebody, wow. So you may already know that somebody's trying to come towards you here that's in some kind of inner turmoil, okay? Maybe they have feelings of inadequacy. I don't know. Maybe you know that this person wants to release some kind of pain here and ask for forgiveness here. You could also know that somebody here has been recovering from something that's happened in their life. Hang on, come here. Yeah, that could have led to some kind of financial failure here or loss of investments here. They could have also had some kind of deep family conflicts or something like that. Somebody here could be breaking tradition, though, to come towards you. You don't feel like this person is prepared, though. Honestly, you're looking at them. You know some things that's been going on in their life because you feel like they have exercised a lot of poor judgment here and have shown a lack of direction, honestly, just in the things that they've done. And maybe that they are coming to you because they feel like you have good luck, because, you know, destiny, whatever, seems to be on your side. Things are destined. I think they feel like things might actually come to you easily, which, you know, whatever. Whether they do or they don't, you know, is inconsequential here. I think this is what the person may be feeling. And maybe you know that. Maybe you feel like, listen, my life is going really good. I've established a lot for myself. I'm doing great. I'm very balanced. And, you know, they have not made the same decisions I have. I don't even think it's judgment. It's definitely not judgment. Wow, listen, look at this. It's not judgment on your part. I think you're clearly assessing the situation here. You feel like this person has a lot of shadows that they need to deal with here. They may be releasing something or trying to release something. Maybe you know, too, that they're leaving some kind of abusive or toxic situation here that they have felt very bound to, and that they've been in some kind of recovery. Huh. Okay. And they feel like you're a generous person, you're a loving person, and that you would be open, that you might be. See, I know they don't feel that way though, but I'm asking what you know. Maybe they're, I think you think, or you see them as moving towards you because they've made a whole slew of bad decisions and lost as a result of it. Okay, but they're trying to leave that energy behind now and whatever this legal stuff is behind as well. And they see you as someone who can maybe help them and kind of put Humpty Dumpty back together again, okay? You have good luck, you have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have, some, it looks like beautiful relationship here with the universe, with the divine here, and they feel like you would be generous and giving maybe to them, or you see it that way. And you could also offer them, yeah, again, the wisdom keeps coming through. You're going to speak the truth to them about whatever it is, whatever they need to hear. If it's criticism or constructive criticism, whatever, I think you're going to be very objective in terms of speaking to them. But you're also not going to be, I think you feel that they also know that you are not going to be playing games. You're not going to be in this hard emotional space that you were in before. You're just going to be very cut and dry. I think you know that they know they can't mess with you the way that they used to, the way that they once did, perhaps. But you do feel like they think that, they can get me on track. They're kind of my good luck charm. They can get me on track. They can get me out of whatever this hell is that I've been going through. Wow, because look at that. Because they're an earth angel, right? They have found balance and harmony in their life. They're a healer. They're patient, right? They have a lot of self-control. They bring a sense of peace to my life. They can create a positive change in my life. So that's what you know. This is what you know in terms of the person. Okay, you know that they've screwed up. You know that they've messed up. It appears here. You know that they've made a lot of poor decisions, messed up their life, lost a lot. Could have been, continue to hang out in that energy for a while, and that they see you as somebody who has kind of mastered your lessons and can help them through these situations. I can tell you this, I can feel a high degree of respect here. I don't know that you would go back into a situation with this person, to be honest with you, based on the energy I'm seeing. I do see they're trying to release it, but change takes time. It's not immediate, right? And so I think just with all, I see you as the crone, right? So I don't think you're just going to step back into something without assessing that, just as I just did, honestly. All right, Spirit, what else? Let's get a few more for the collective. No. It's not the right time. So, yeah, you might just wield that sword here and say, it's just not the right time for me, Patience, just a few more months, good things to come to those who wait. Okay, but maybe in a few months it will be. Oh, look at that though. A liar. Be careful of someone sneaky. Yeah, that's the issue too. When you have someone, like I said, it takes time to change. When they have that kind of dark energy around them, although I do think that they have a high degree of respect for you. But are they trying to just get out of a bad situation, or trying to just get a leg up in some way? Look at this though. If somebody's got their eye on you, they're doing their research here. They may also come to you in the friend aspect here, is what I'm getting. And obviously they're wanting to have more than that. But I do think there's some underlying motivations as well. I don't really think they're nefarious, to be honest with you. I think it's more help me. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. Like, help me. I have to get out of this freaking lifestyle that I've been in and all of this stuff. Like, I am, this is like, I can't remember what it's, Groundhog's Day, right? It just keeps the same day over and over and over again, you know, and I can't seem to get out of it. I have fire sign on the bottom, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, but could definitely be here. Someone here could be getting a pet here. And look at this. Narcissist is on the bottom. Okay, so definitely watch this person, especially if you know that they're a full-blown narcissist here. But, you know, maybe somebody is moved, because again, I talked about attachments, I talked about shadow, all of that. If they're still moving in that energy, although they want these changes, it's going to take time to make the shifts. Something like this, you may even want to keep somebody here kind of at arm's distance, you know, and not get emotionally involved in them. And if you wanted to give them help, like, you know, text me. Something like that until you feel comfortable, if you ever feel comfortable with them. Okay, you've done your work. And to be fair, your person, they could do their work too. If they I'm sure you didn't get any special attention. Okay, you just got on your knees and prayed, or you asked for guidance, or you began to read, or really tune in, meditate, something like that. Commune with Source, and then things started to shift and change in your life. And I'm sure that it took a little bit of time, especially in the very beginning, okay, when you were aligning. So everybody can do that. The thing is, you probably also isolated and took yourself away from the bad stuff that you were doing. So, any addictions, any behaviors, anything, even any friends and people. And that also expedited your growth a little bit. So, if they want to do that, that's what they should do, honestly, because our connection with Source is available to everybody. And I don't care what you've done, okay? All right, guys, that is what I have for you. Hopefully, it will resonate with some of you. If it does, don't forget to hit the like button. I will see you guys very soon. Have a good night.